right, man. Know what it is, man. We back. Look at that. Hey, hey. I got the little monster with me. Oh. This is JJ, everybody. He's not my baby, but he's my baby. You know what I'm saying? So he's a big bowl of fun. Look at that. I'm trying to move stuff. Here, put these on. You gotta be a king too. See? Hold up. There it is. Right there. All right. Let me see. Put it on your ears. There you go. See? Look at the camera. Little king, little king. All right, man. So today's episode, we're gonna be talking about by tomorrow, Kendrick Lamar is gonna pass Drake in these views on. Oh no, bro. By tomorrow, he's gonna be passing him on these views. Yeah, say hi. All right. Before we get into that, I gotta get a let's start to talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing if you're new here. Let me work for your descriptions today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is in the description. Cash App. No more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. Went from 1,300 subscribers to over 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,000 subscribers. And yes, I am the king of the north. Let me know what kingdom you from. Right? Let me know what kingdom you from. You can say, let me know what kingdom you from. Yeah, you sound like you Chinese. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So look, we're gonna get into it, man. And we be back. Say bye. Bye. All right. All right, man. So I had to let the baby go. He started crying. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? All right, so look, man. So right now is what we're looking at. So we're gonna talk about this because I think this is very important. And a lot of people are not talking about this. This is confirmation that Kendrick Lamar is a much bigger artist than Drake right now. At least his influence is much bigger than Drake's, right? So look, let's check this out. So as you can see, Nokia is over 10 million views, 10,300,000. Let's say 10,400,000, right? And it's been 13 days. So Nokia had been out for 13 days and it's 10 million views, as y'all can see. And no matter how I feel about the Nokia video, having 10 million views is pretty good. But for artists like Drake, 10 million views is low. And if you look at some of his videos, he has 1 billion views on some of his videos. So 10 million views is low. I know a lot of y'all probably think that 10 million is a lot, but compared to him, it's very low. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we need to acknowledge this because this is, to me, this is the how would I say this? This is the litmus test for the falling of Drake right here. Because if you think about it, right? Nokia is the only song that's been charting for Drake consistently. And Nokia is the only song that has jumped to this many views in this many days. Now, when he was battling Kendrick, I believe Push Ups and Tailor Made and the other song, Family Matters, those songs jumped very quickly to over 10 million views. Not too quickly, but it was faster than 13 days, you would say, right? So to me, this is a big deal because a lot of people are not paying attention to this. They're just looking at Drake's streams. But here's what you look at. This is where physical eyeballs now, and you have to understand too, Drake has much more subscribers than Kendrick on YouTube. Not much more, but he has, I believe, 30 million. So let's just look at that real quick. Look at that real quick. So as y'all can see, 30 million subscribers. Now, I believe on Instagram, which I don't have Instagram, but I can look, but I don't have it. I believe Drake has over 100 million followers on Instagram. I'm not sure about that. If someone can fact check me, I believe that's what he has. Kendrick Lamar, I don't think he has over 100. I don't think he has over 50 million. I think Kendrick Lamar probably has about maybe, I don't know, 30 million. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? It could have went up. I don't know how many followers, but I do know that Kendrick Lamar doesn't have anything on his Instagram. At least from what I checked, he had one picture up there and it was just a black image. That was it. And as far as Drake goes, you know, he's Champagne Poppy. He has a whole bunch of stuff, right? Whatever. Which I don't know why he calls himself Champagne Poppy. Like, is he Spanish? I don't think he is. Anyway, so here you have it. 13 days, Nokia, 10 million views. Right? Right. Okay, we got that. We got that. Okay. In 2 days, Kendrick Lamar, 8 million views. In 2 days. 2 days. I told y'all he was going to pass Drake before the weekend is out. I still believe that Kendrick Lamar is going to have 10 million views by tomorrow. So I might be a little bit off, but by tomorrow or Tuesday, which would be 4 days, he has to pass Drake. I believe he'll have 11 million views within the next day or so. And he has to pass Drake. Now I want y'all to understand this. A lot of people don't understand. They think people just be talking just to talk. No, this is real. So this is real. And as you can see, Kendrick Lamar, 18 million subs. Also, see 19 million. So Drake has 31 million. We might as well just say 31, and he has 19. And it took Drake 10 days to get to 10 million. It took him 13 days to get to 10 million. And it took Kendrick 2 days to get to 8 million. So what do we have here? Like, what are we talking about? Because a lot of people don't understand the dynamic of this. They think that this is just something that people were doing, just talking about. And I see people online basically giving Drake the praise as if he's like still in the lead. Like, no, Drake is only streaming more because of his old material. And I'm gonna keep saying this. His old material is what's keeping him afloat. All of his new material, it's only one song that is in the top. And when people say, oh, I can't wait to Drake be back on top, to me, that's disrespectful. To all the work that Kendrick Lamar put in, and you're telling me that you can't wait for Drake to be back on top? Why? This lets me know, and I'm going to get into this, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get into this dynamic. Now, these three here, so let's get into this real quick, because I think that these two behind Kendrick has been exposed. I think that a lot of us, we feel like these guys were who they were until Kendrick came around. And I'm definitely not saying that J. Cole isn't real hip hop, because I think J. Cole is very much real hip hop. But I also think J. Cole is the weaker side of the real hip hop. See, real hip hop, and I don't get into this. Real hip hop basically is I don't want to say people being on savage mode, but it's much more competitive than what J. Cole led on to be. I believe J. Cole he's the type of person that smacks somebody, or he throws a rock out of the crowd. That's him. And it hits somebody in the head and they're like, who did that? And he's looking around like, you know what I'm saying? That I feel like that's J. Cole. He doesn't want to directly attack somebody. And if he does, he apologizes about it. Because now he's apologizing to Kanye. Like after Kanye was a false idol and all this stuff, now he's apologizing to Kanye. Apologize to Drake. You always be my nigga, Drake. After Drake did what he did to him. He is a non-confrontational dude. I think he pretends to be this guy who wants everybody to be holding hands and walking up, jumping up and down like they in the Oompa Oompa land. He wants everybody to want that, but that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Drake, on the other hand, I have to respect Drake for being 10 tones down, but he had no choice because if you claim that you're the best and you're at the top and you think that you're better than Kendrick and everybody's going to side with you, you got no choice but to defend that. You do. You got no choice. Now, Kendrick Lamar, you already know what time it is. I ain't even got to explain it. We already know where he at with it. You know what I'm saying? We already know he's the Grim Reaper. He has the sickle. He's taking heads and collecting heads. That's what he's doing. And I think he did these to these two dudes. As far as what we doing here with Drake and Nokia, I'm gonna explain that. So, as y'all can see, the tables have turned, and a lot of people are not paying attention to these little things. And I think these little things are what makes, to me, what makes people bigger than the others. So, it's so many different things that I can sit here and say that puts Kendrick in the driver's seat ahead of Drake, right? One is the fact that he has at least 3 to 4 songs that's still in the top 10, right? If he don't, he did. Drake had 2, and then then he has 1, and I believe his 1 is number 3, but I don't think it's gonna go number 1. It's probably end up going falling off, right? That's that. And also too, Drake has openly have people doing challenges to push his songs. Kendrick Lamar didn't have to do that. So if you're the bigger artist, then what are you doing that for? Why are you having people pay people to do viral TikToks of your song? If you're the bigger artist, why do you do that? And even with you doing that, you still ain't past Kendrick. I'm telling y'all now, Drake's old news. Drake's old news, and this is nobody wants to admit it. He's old news. I think a lot of these old heads who like Drake and they so used to him winning, they can't let go of that nostalgic feeling. It's kind of like how I was when with hip hop from the 90s. I couldn't let go of that nostalgic feeling. I was always like, yeah, man, nobody ever be better than this person. Oh man, it's the greatest album ever. Until I realized that a lot of that stuff when I went back and listened to it wasn't that good. It was just that I liked it. You know what I'm saying? And all my friends liked it. But it really wasn't that good. Some of the stuff didn't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? And I go back and listen to it now. It wasn't even, it was good for the time, but it wasn't, how would I say, it wasn't groundbreaking or not necessarily groundbreaking, but more in lines of it wasn't transcending, I would say. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Now as far as Luther goes, okay, people say, well, Luther has SZA on the song. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Drake is a mega star. I ain't taking nothing away from his stardom, but I think people are tired of him. I think he's old news. It's like people just don't want to deal with him like that no more. I think a lot of people don't want to admit it. And again, a lot of these old heads, they just don't want to admit that. They're out here really trying to glaze and put Drake at the top because for them, Drake represents fun. But they all out here saying how much they love real hip hop. And Kendrick is the embodiment of real hip hop. And they still out here saying that they want Drake to be on top. Like, how? He doesn't even rap that much. How are you saying that you want a man to be on top of hip hop when he doesn't even rap that much? He literally sings more than he raps. He has much more singing songs than rap songs. But y'all out here really be saying, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. He got to be on top, bro. Like, for real. And to me, that's pathetic. It's pathetic. But as y'all can see, Kendrick Lamar is about to surpass Drake within 3 days. 3 days of a music video being released. Drake had 13, and Drake is the bigger artist, so they say, right? So they say, right? So what we talking about? I'm telling you, Drake's old news. And this is the reason why Kendrick Lamar is the bigger artist right now. Y'all seeing it in real time. Y'all heard it here first. So in a couple of days, I might make another video showing y'all again. See, he passed him. And a lot of people ain't gonna say nothing about it because they want to suppress Kendrick. But it is what it is. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have yourself a good evening. I'll see y'all on the next one. Where's JJ at? Oh, he ain't around. JJ says bye. All right, see y'all. Peace, bye.